Hi, Assalamualaikum. Welcome to Sembang Business 6.0. My name is Aina from UBC and hari ini kita ada topik yang sangat menarik. Celebpreneur, is it all fame? Is it not? So hari ini I invite dua of our local favorite celebrities that will be discussing about their journey as an entrepreneur and also as celebrity. We have Dinas Mokhtar, actress, TV host, everything lah all under one who turns into a businesswoman. And we have Wak Doyo, a fashion icon turned entrepreneur. But before we go there, for those who are new to UBC, welcome. Unified Business Club, or UBC, is an exclusive club made for all Unified Business customers. So the club brings you exclusive solutions to bring your business forward digitally. What you need to do is just head on to unify.com.my/business/UBC if you are already a subscriber of Unify Business Broadband or Unify Business Mobile, because you are automatically a member of UBC. Just head on to the link below dekat bawah video ni for you to complete your profile to activate your membership. So dalam UBC, you can enjoy loads and loads of privileges from our industry partners, such as RHB and SME Bank for financial solutions. We also have marketing solutions from Yellow Pages and Angel Mailer that brings you email marketing solutions for you to keep in touch with your customers. And we also have productivity booster tools like logistics with Lalamove. We have point of sale solutions with CryptoPost and a complete HR solutions with SwingV. So head on to unify.com.my/business/UBC to find out more. And if you're an existing customer of Unify Business, complete your profile and start enjoying your privileges with UBC. Okay, today, if you have any questions for both our speakers, Dinas Mokhtar and Wak Doyo, about their businesses, or you would like to seek advices or tips or tricks or anything that you want to ask about their business, ask away in the comment box below. Kita live dekat both Unify Business Club Facebook and Instagram pages. So tanya soalan-soalan kat situ, and we will choose 6 of the best questions, 3 for Wak Doyo and 3 for Dinas. And those who have been selected will walk away with a voucher of Dina's nursing attire or Wak Doyok's beard cream. So if you want it, ask away and kita akan pilih 6 of the best questions later. Also, exclusive on Sembang Business, kita akan ada private one-to-one Q&A session right after this live session with both Dinas and Wak Doyo. So if ada orang yang segan nak tanya dalam comment box, or you want a personal session to ask business questions to both Dinas and Wak Doyo, you can do this. This is exclusive. You can't find this anywhere else. We will give you the link, the Zoom link right after this session, and 20 lucky participants will have this exclusive opportunity with both the speakers. So if you have any questions you want to ask, this is your opportunity. Stay tuned till the end. Click on the link and then enjoy the session. Okay, so let's welcome Dinas Mokhtar and Wak Doyo.
Hi, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. How are you? Thank you so much for being part of Sembang Business 6.0.
Thank you for having us.
So we know, so we know that times are tough. Memang dengan COVID ni semua orang impacted, whether you are a normal business person or you are a celebrity. So maybe you just want to explain a little bit about your business. We start with Dinas.
Okay, so my business is, I think if you were to mengikut perkembangan Dinas daripada dulu, I'm actually a designer for maternity and nursing attire.
Okay.
Yeah, so I design my maternity and nursing attire.
Kejap ada echo. Hello.
Test. Okay.
Oh? All right.
Okay. So I have my maternity. Still. Ada macam gegar-gegar repetition.
Dinas.
Ya.
Speaker dia macam ni. Kan?
Dia repeat. Sekejap sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Okay, keep the questions coming, guys. If you have any questions, just ask away. So all questions yang dekat Facebook, kita akan make sure Dinas and Wak Doyok will answer right after our session juga. Are we cool?
Okay, never mind. It's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I started my business daripada dulu. It's called Dinas Nursing Attire. So I designed maternity and nursing attire masa zaman I was pregnant with my first baby. So a lot of people assume that I'm still doing this with because first business I was doing, I buat dengan what? Okay, so I started my first business dengan Dinas and Awal, DNA by Dinas. Okay, it's still a problem.
Okay, this is technology, guys. No matter how prepared you are.
It's not my phone.
Yeah, it's okay.
Awak bila dia live jadi macam
Kan, tadi kita duduk sembang elok je.
anyway, okay, fine. You want me to off my phone? It's not my phone, dude. See? It's not my phone. Okay, so I started dulu business I dengan Awal. So Dinas Awal Celebrity. So masa ketika itu orang movie lagi, kita orang banyak buat movie together. So people still assume that I dengan Awal masih lagi buat business bersama until today. But no, actually took the business, DNA Dinas. I took the business. I mean, I took the name, the brand, and turned it into Dinas Nursing Attire instead. Sebab I dah buat inspiration untuk buat baju nursing tu masa I menyusukan anak pertama I. So masa tu penyusuan ibu tu tak adalah satu benda yang publicly. Not a really popular thing. So I got inspired because I needed a nursing attire to nurse my baby discreetly. So that's why I got the idea of turning my own nursing punya baju yang I buat sendiri into a business. So alhamdulillah until today I'm doing different things because hari ni sekarang ni I lebih kepada I have my own factory, so I manufacture not just for my brand but for other brands also.
Wow, so you have expanded your business from just your own to cater to Malaysia punya nursing attire business lah. Cool.
Yeah. So it's macam it's a different type of approach. But before this, I buat untuk only for my brand.
Yeah.
Kan?
Yeah.
So now because I dah dapat business partner and I'm not doing it alone, so I have my family to back me up. So yeah, so macam we invested in in our own factory, so kita tak payah nak macam source orang lain, outsource ke orang lain untuk buat production. So kita boleh design our own stuff. So now I'm not just doing nursing, maternity and nursing tau. I'm also doing kids attire, I'm doing men's, I'm doing other brands as well. So ramai yang tak tahu yang I actually have 3 brands under my company. So DNA by Dinas is not just maternity and nursing, but we also have Shampom Kids Wear, which is memang untuk daripada baby until kids lah. Whatever age, because kita ada factory sendiri, so we can manufacture anything and everything
Yeah.
all around.
Under the sky.
Under the sky.
Yeah.
And we also have another brand called Wanra by Dinas. So Wanra by Dinas is actually ready to wear tau. So we joined fashion show. We've done fashion show in London.
Wow.
We've done fashion show in Australia, in Brunei, in Singapore. So kebanyakan I punya sales was overseas sebab kat KL, we were focusing more on DNA, Dinas Nasi Attire.
I see.
So ramai yang tak tahu macam I actually have a manufacturing company, so they can come over and I can manufacture for them. I can produce the items for them, so they don't have to outsource to China and all that. So support the local industry.
Business. Yeah, that is very, very cool. I like the idea that you started small, and then you expand it, and it's not just helping your business, but it's helping all the other SMEs locally lah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting. So for Wak Doyok, macam mana ni daripada fashion icon, lepas tu everybody know you from your signature mustache, and then how do you move on from there?
Okay, untuk pertama kali yang mana yang kat luar sana yang tak tahu saya kan, sebenarnya
semua orang kenal Wak Doyok lah.
Wah,
ada yang sebelum dan selepas dia dah nampak lah kan, tapi yang sekarang ni dah nampak memang successful, tapi yang sebelum kita struggle tu dah tak nampak.
Betul.
Yang sebelum struggle ni lagi kan. So pada mulanya kita ni orang street fashion jalanan. Kemudian macam I juga banyak kita collaborate gambar-gambar tu dengan international punya IG.
I see.
So kita collaborate, contohnya macam baju doang menjual dan kita pakai. So I got follow daripada overseas.
Okay.
Tapi tak kena kat charge apa-apa lah. Win-win situation sebab dia bagi baju dan I got
you tolong promote
dan kita dapat follower daripada sana. Then I buat local brand iaitu The Garment.
Okay.
The Garment. Established dalam 2013 lah macam tu lah.
That's your own lah. Wak Doyok punya. Okay.
Dengan I punya partner untuk budak-budak yang suka pakai t-shirt, pakai casual look, streetwear macam tu. So I buat macam tu lah. Jadi kita still jalan juga macam biasa. Kemudian bila demanding tu ada untuk Wak, kenapa you tak nak buat tak nak buat men's grooming. Men's grooming. Pada mulanya memang kita ada plan nak buat, tapi costing tu agak tinggi. Kan nak buat OEM lagi punya produk kan. Jadi makin lama makin hari orang minta untuk buat suruh buat I buat beard oil tu lah ataupun beard cream. Jadi I demanding tu ada, I try untuk buat dan I buat tak banyak lah, dalam 500 pieces macam tu.
Oh wow, okay.
500 pieces untuk dia punya quantity. Kemudian bila I jual dalam social media, dalam masa 2 jam sold out.
Agak dah. 500 tu macam mana? Sekali je post.
Sekali post je, orang DM dan message WhatsApp semuanya kita reply, kita dapat sale lah daripada situ. Dan I buat 1000. Kemudian makin lama makin besar. Dalam 2014 makin besar sehingga sampai 100,000 botol.
Wow, okay.
100,000 botol dan kita dah pasang stokis, pasang agent, sole distributor daripada Indonesia, daripada Brunei, Singapura, dari permintaan tu ada. So kita hantarlah melalui posting semua.
Wow. But sekarang Wak Doyok pun dah start, I think you also have cigar business.
Ya, cigar. Sebab apa yang macam contoh macam apa yang I buat, kebanyakan I suka haluan kiri. Maksudnya bisnes haluan kiri. I tak suka bisnes yang benda dah ada. Orang tu buat, nak buat juga. So
tak nak ikut trend lah ni.
Tak nak ikut trend. So orang dah buat itu, kita pun nak ikut buat. So market tu akan jadi kecil. Kalau haluan kiri kita buat benda yang tak orang buat, kita cuba buat dan itu bernasib baik. Kalau kita bekerja kuat, kita bersungguh-sungguh, kita nakkan betul sukses, dia akan sukses.
Risk taker lah ni Wak Doyok.
Sebab tu kalau peribahasa kata kenapa kita nak pergi ke lautan merah sedangkan lautan biru masih meluas. Betul. Baik kita pergi lautan biru walaupun jauh tapi tak ada orang pergi ke sana. Tapi lautan merah dekat, kita berebut nak ambil satu kesempatan tu dengan orang lain.
That's a good analogy on how to ni lah. Wow, okay. So sekarang Wak pun dah start bisnes makanan kan?
Betul.
You want to tell a bit more?
Bisnes makanan ni kita dah plan last year daripada bulan 10. So kita dah buat business plan untuk sushi wak lah. Jadi pada mulanya kita tak nak buat online, tapi kita nak buat yang offline. Masa tu kedai lah. Sebelum kita buka kios, I dapat tapak dekat UM.
Okay.
UM. Tapi bila pandemik COVID ni datang dekat seluruh dunia, so kita terpaksa tukar plan daripada nak buka kedai kios tu kepada online.
I see.
Jadi masa tu the right time lah. Orang semua duduk di rumah selama 2 bulan tak buat apa-apa. Cuma I hire untuk agent di rumah melalui online social media. Platform Facebook, platform Twitter, platform Instagram yang ada setiap orang membuat pendapatan secara di rumah aja. Maknanya dia orang ambil order, kita yang hantar.
Oh wow, okay. Tapi the soalan cepuk emas ni ialah kenapa sushi? Sebab macam krim jambang, Tiga memang wak doyok lah, orang nampak pakai suit dengan misai dia semua kan. Memang boleh nampak is your personality. Sushi kenapa?
Okay, sebab kalau kita tengok dalam suasana COVID sekarang ni, kebanyakan macam-macam orang buat keripik lah kan.
Betul.
Orang buat keripik, orang buat civic, orang buat kuih muih apa semua. Tapi I punya sushi ni lain daripada lain. I buat sushi walaupun nama sushi tu sushi wak. Dia dah ada Jepun dan nama dia wak doyok. Tapi dia punya rasa tak sama macam sushi Jepun.
Malaysianize lah ni.
Malaysia dia punya
Tekak Melayu.
Tekak Melayu, yeah.
Tekak Melayu.
And then niche market sebenarnya. Why you want to follow people? So that's why macam we were having this conversation with What Do You yesterday. So we want to create business yang macam orang lain tak ada. So that we want to create something new, something more eksklusif, di mana kita adalah antara yang pertama yang develop benda ni supaya orang lain tak ada bisnes yang sama.
Betul.
So why you want to tap into other markets yang memang dah ada dalam pasaran. So we want to create something more macam orang lain tak pernah buat.
Unique lah.
Something unique. So that's why I started my maternity and nursing attire as well, so that macam I rasa benda tu satu keperluan yang Malaysia tak ada lagi masa tu.
Betul. It was niche, but then it solves a problem.
Exactly. And I wanted to at the same time promote, educate young mothers on penyusuan ibu ni. Sebab masa tu penyusuan ibu adalah satu benda yang bukan orang cakap loudly, and it's not something that people want to promote because they don't know the awareness of breastfeeding dulu tak macam sekarang tau. Sekarang I'm like really proud because the thing is ia adalah satu benda yang natural untuk when you talk about breastfeeding, and it's a must for a mum to try to breastfeed at least. Betul tak?
Betul.
Jadi macam
you should feel proud because you actually contributed to that movement lah.
Yeah. So macam I was involved with a lot of macam breastfeeding mob lah dekat KLCC, you know, and all that, just to prove a point. Sebab dulu untuk menyusu anak dekat dalam shopping mall mana ada breastfeeding punya baby's room. Baby's room tak ada, breastfeeding room tak ada. Tapi sekarang almost every mall pasti ada tempat untuk nak tukar lampin baby dan juga untuk menyusukan anak dengan keadaan yang lebih bersih. Like before this, we had to do it in a toilet, which is like seumpama you give your baby makan dalam toilet.
Betul.
It's the same thing because you are feeding the baby, but you are in a environment yang sungguh tak hygienic. Sungguh tak best. Exactly.
And it's like as if you malu kan?
Exactly. And masa tu mana ada baju menyusu yang macam you boleh just selak anywhere and you can menyusu discreetly. So you're not going to show anything. And then nursing cover pun masa tu it was not like so popular. So I'm really glad lah that actually breastfeeding punya awareness is gone this big. So I'm macam quite glad that I did what I did lah. So sekarang I'm macam fikir nak buat bisnes apa lagi ni. So I know F&B is like memang you can never go wrong with. So that's why I decided macam okay, maybe it's time for me to venture into F&B. Sebenarnya I To be honest, I baru start belajar masak tau.
Okay.
But you know, what they say is never too late, right?
Yeah, but your mom is a good cook, right?
My mom is an excellent cook.
Yeah.
So not just my mom but all my aunties. So they decided, okay lah, kita pun semakin muda sekarang ni, my parents lah. Kita pun semakin muda sekarang ni, apa kata macam we want to find something. Diorang ni jenis yang memang tak boleh just bencin duduk rumah tau. My parents.
Is that generation lah.
Memang generation yang macam nak kena duduk sama-sama and do something, you know. And so she and dia punya adik-beradik, my aunties decided to macam, okay, jom nak kita masak-masak. So macam kita just buat delivery from home kind of thing. And then diorang bukan macam, because they have so many time on their hands right now. So they want to do something. Yeah, they did so many, but so much time on their hand. My England.
It's okay.
So they didn't want to just like sit still and not do anything. So they want to contribute something to people, and they love cooking. So they want to share the love lah.
So
in a way.
In that sense, for both of you, how does being a celebrity help with your business? Sebab orang kat luar selalu rasa macam, oh dia celebrity, senang je nak buat business ni. Sebab post sekali je dah dapat customer, you know. But I think the reality is it takes a lot more for celebrities. I don't know. Can you explain further tak?
Well, actually there's pros and cons juga. So as a celebrity, yes, you have a lot so and so followers. So macam when you post something that you will help to just, you know, create the awareness. Tapi at the same time, if there's something wrong or if there's nothing wrong with you, but if there's people yang macam busuk hati nak macam burukkan you and all that, so they create all this negative punya stuff regarding your products just to bring you down. So they can. Sebab it's easier for them to macam busukkan nama you. But at the same time, the good thing about it is easier for you to promote, memang betul. Tapi if let's say kan ada orang macam busuk hati or they want to be your competitor or whatever, so they created something yang macam, oh Dinas punya baju quality tak best.
Itu memang biasa, Dinas.
Yeah, exactly. So as a celebrity macam tak boleh tengok benda tu positif saja tau, sebab memang boleh membantu dalam mempromosikan kita punya produk. But at the same time, kalau orang nak menjatuhkan you pun senang.
Betul. For what do you?
Macam produk I memang pasaran memang tak lari daripada fake punya barang. Fake punya barang. Jadi I memang banyak menanggung kerugian yang amat besar bila setengah orang tu yang tak bertanggungjawab membuat I punya produk tu jadi fake produk. Macam krim jambang ni. Dia buat fake punya produk dan menjual harga daripada harga kita. Jadi kebanyakan pemurung-pemurung semua tu tak nak ambil produk kita sebab ada kat luar ada barang fake. Apa yang I buat adalah cepat-cepat I tukar dia punya packaging. Dan packaging kita dan platform kita sebagai selebriti yang bagus sebab kita ada followers yang banyak dan marketing yang besar kita buat untuk mewawarkan kat orang luar sana yang ini adalah barang fake, yang ini adalah barang original. So kita akan beritahu kepada orang-orang awam supaya yang kotak yang lama kita tak jual lagi. Kita akan buat kotak yang baru. So orang yang buat fake tu tak boleh kejar kita.
Betul. That's a good problem solving lah.
Tak dapat dia punya keuntungan lagi. Sebab dia buat produk baru. So orang dah tak percaya nak ambil produk yang lama. Itu yang problem yang I dapat macam tu.
As a celebrity lah, running a business.
Running business.
So it's not really all just fame and popularity lah. Sebab orang selalu rasa macam, oh senang je for them to run business. Actually sama je macam orang lain yang run business kan. In fact, ada a bit more risk to it lah.
Yes, exactly.
How does being online help with your business?
Okay, well, being online, especially during this pandemic right now, but we started having our own website like, way back, God knows when, you know, because we wanted to mengikut
behavior.
Technology sekarang. But as for maternity and nursing, it was a bit more challenging for us because why? A lot of mothers out there, they don't know the sizing. Number one. Because when you're pregnant, right, you don't know how to measure your size, and you can be
kecil esok besar kan?
Exactly, you can be like certain size now. Tiba-tiba you makan lunch and suddenly you're like, oh, I can see extra besar already, your perut. So it's macam it's something yang macam kena educate mothers out there as well, macam how to memberi kepercayaan on sizing, not product but sizing.
So you do that all online?
Yeah, so I used to have a shop dekat the Curve and also Setia City Mall, right? So we closed that one. And we decided to go online. And at the same time, we're going to be launching our flagship store. I mean, our store dekat Shah Alam.
Okay.
And also a restaurant kat bawah. So I wanted to venture into F&B as well because I love to entertain people and my mum loves to cook. Yeah. So kita macam okay lah. So that we're supposed to buka like awal tahun hari tu, but alhamdulillah because of the pandemic, then at least we have more time to actually betul-betul fine tune and plan properly on what's best for the shop. So like I said, online ni lagi senang untuk especially during this pandemic kan, macam banyak pula orang shopping online. Even though when you maternity or just breastfeeding baju or kids, even like casual, like alhamdulillah jalan pula. And some more there's so many daripada impact daripada kerajaan untuk membantu juga untuk mempromosikan, you should trust online punya stores, so platform. So macam alhamdulillah lah. So benda tu sangat-sangat membantu, especially for me, because maternity and nursing ni bukan satu benda produk biasa-biasa yang kita boleh just jual secara online. Orang tu satu benda je is very straightforward, tapi maternity and nursing dia banyak macam benda yang kita kena explain. Oh, pembukaan dia macam ni, penyelakan dia macam ni. So but so far so good this year, alhamdulillah. It's way better than past years lah when it comes to online lah.
Adalah blessings with all this pandemic pun kan.
Yeah.
It's just how creative you are to find the solution lah. Macam Wak Doyok with his sushi. Who would ever think that you can sell sushi dengan agents?
Ya, betul.
Macam mana tu Wak Doyok?
Kita pun tak dapat bayangkan sebab online ni dia punya market memang begitu besar. Kalau kita pandai menggunakan platform online ni sebenarnya daripada offline, kita kalau offline kita dah tentu kena bayar sewa, bayar apa semua. Dalam online ni dia jaringan ni agak besar. Kita boleh pergi merata saja produk kita. Walaupun orang tak boleh tapi orang kenal kita punya produk.
Betul.
Itu yang paling penting. Sebab kita nak awareness punya brand tu memang susah. Kita nampak dalam social media kita je kita punya brand, tapi social media online ataupun platform online orang tak tahu lagi produk kita. Kita nak online dapat tahu kita punya produk Sushi Wak tu dan beli nombor 2. Tetapi orang dapat tahu dan
awareness first.
Orang akan ingat dalam kepala otak kita okay, Wak ada produk Sushi Wak yang tu. Walaupun mereka nak dapatkan walaupun dia orang jauh, tapi dalam platform online ni kita ada agent di Lembah Kelang dan kita akan hantar luar daripada Lembah Kelang setiap minggu lah. Maknanya weekend kita akan hantar agent kita kat sana dan agent yang luar daripada Lembah Kelang dia akan collect dia punya produk tu di tempat yang kita sediakan lah.
Wow. So Sushi Wak sekarang ni hanya available online. So kalau nak order via agents ataupun dekat Instagram lah and WhatsApp.
Lah. Kita kalau tengok tempat-tempat di mana mereka tinggal, contoh kalau Sushi Wak Ampang, type ya Sushi Wak Ampang, akan ada agent kat sana. Sushi Wak Wong Semaju ada Sushi Wak Wong Semaju.
Wow.
Sekarang saya dah buka Sushi Wak RM1. Maknanya kita akan bayar kita member dan dia akan beli tray sendiri.
Okay.
Dan kita akan provide Sushi Wak RM1 dan bukan buat jualan di tempat seperti macam dekat petrol station, buka booth macam tu.
Okay. Interesting business model.
Bagi opportunity dekat orang untuk jana pendapatan juga. Sebab there's so many people that is like jobless now tau, especially during this pandemic tau.
Betul.
Orang dengan tiba-tiba kena retrench lah dan sebagainya, and they clueless, they don't know what to do. So I think dia punya business plan is really good because in a way he's also helping people to menjadi pendapatan as well, especially during this tough time.
Going to volume. Kita untung sikit tapi volume banyak. Sama-sama kita rasa.
Bagi Dinas lagi senang je, macam ni je. I mean kita punya keuntungan tu memanglah kita kalau berniaga memanglah pasti nak untung, tapi what I love about what Doyo is doing right now is also that you get pahala as well, because you're helping other people
memang kebanyakan yang datang dengan kita ni bukan orang biasa tau. Ada yang pilot, ada yang engineer yang kena buang kerja. Tak surprise tu sebab dia punya komitmen dia tinggi.
Betul.
Bila dia berniaga dengan kita, dia menjadi ejen kita, dia dapat mengurangkan dia punya beban dia seharian tu.
Wah, macam mana dia orang nak jadi ejen? Maybe you wanna
kita dekat Sushi Wak Malaysia punya Instagram ada bio dan nombor telefon WhatsApp tu, tekan kat situ, klik kat situ dan terus pergi ke WhatsApp lah. Dan mintalah kita nak jadi ejen belah mana, kita akan bagi
Okay. That is so good. Ni memang betul support local ni for both of you actually. It's not just Wak Doyo, even for you, because you are opening up this opportunity for those who wants to start a new fashion line, for example. But tak nak.
Thank you Wak Doyo. I dah ada kejap lagi nak makan.
Sebab I tak you punya alamat tadi.
Okay, nanti I try. Because I think for Dinas pun I know a lot of people nak start buat their own fashion line, you know. Berangan tu mesti ada kan, tapi go all the way to China, they don't know how to do it. It's good that you have a local one, and then you also hire local people to sew.
All my workers are all local. Semua memang daripada Malaysia lah. It's either that ataupun they are married to a Malaysian.
Alright, okay.
So like Indonesian couple, but they're married to a Malaysian, so they are staying in Malaysia.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take up questions from our fans or viewers. Okay.
Jeng.
Okay, the first one is from Cecilia Star. It's for both of you. Hi to both Wak and Dinas. What digital marketing you think the most effective, especially during this pandemic? I think you already answered somewhat question tu, tapi maybe briefly, if one digital marketing you would recommend would be?
Wak Doyo, silakan.
You dulu.
I don't know. Okay, my digital I choose would be before this memang kita start dengan Facebook sebab Instagram tak popular lagi, but now Instagram dah macam lagi terkini lah. So I would choose Instagram.
Okay. What do you?
Okay, untuk bisnes, untuk perkenalan untuk 3 bulan bisnes kita, sebaik-baiknya adalah Instagram. 3 bulan kita boleh buat sales, selepas 3 bulan kita cek platform lain. Itu kena ingat. Platform dia adalah di Facebook untuk jualan. Untuk perkenalan produk kita akan blast di Instagram. Berapa banyak kita punya followers akan dilihat. Kemudian kita akan linkkan dengan kita punya IG itu dengan Facebook. Dan kita akan dapat kita punya FB apps di dalam Facebook untuk jualan kita selepas 3 bulan. Lepas 3 bulan kalau kita tak buat itu juga, maknanya kita tak dapat target lah kita punya sale. Kalau kita masih lagi kita gunakan platform kita di IG. Untuk kenalan tu teruskan. Untuk menjual memang tak boleh, kita kena pergi ke Facebook.
So jawapannya ialah start Instagram first, and then you move on to other platforms. Next question from Encik Amir from Facebook. This is for Wak Doyo. Can I check with you, how is your business lately due to the pandemic and movement control? For example, is Jambang Venture or sushi sales growing? Your business growing tak?
Okay, so far alhamdulillah lah, selama I start daripada bulan 2 hingga sekarang memang booming lah. Maksudnya dia penjualan tu mendadak, daripada kita jual daripada 500 packaging. Sama sekali macam packaging macam ni 500 packaging, dia ada 6 flavor. Sekarang ni lebih kurang dekat 3 ke 4 ribu.
Wow.
4 ribu packaging, dan Sushi Wak tu hampir 10,000 pieces untuk yang RM1. Every day lah macam tu. Dia booming sebab bila kita dah start offline, macam I bila masa yang sebelum PKPB dilaksanakan, kita ada buka booth di mana-mana di Shah Alam, di tempat-tempat lain lah sekitar Lembah Kelang. Dan I turun kat sana 3 hari, dan dia punya feedback masyarakat tu yang tak dapat beli online akan datang kat situ. So akan booming kat kita untuk pengenalan produk kita kat sana.
Okay.
So, itu penting.
Setengah orang macam takut juga sebenarnya nak beli online kan. Sebab dia orang takut macam benda tu tak fresh dia sampai kat kita.
Betul.
Tapi I think people are more open and more forgiving juga sekarang because of pandemic. You have no choice, tak boleh nak keluar.
Exactly.
So they try and error lah.
Yeah, but I just got what do you punya food tadi and it's still hot by the way.
Masih panas lagi.
Panas, yes.
Betul.
So it's not a problem.
Dinas nak makan dah tu. Okay, tak apa.
I'm hungry actually.
Alright. We go to the next question so you can have your sushi, okay?
Yay!
This is from Kina Zaino for both Wak dengan Dinas. Does collaboration with other celebrity work to boost your brand or sales since both of you pun celebrity?
Okay, don't think that macam because we're celebrities then it's easier for us to get our friends to promote our product. Sebab it's actually our bread and butter juga tau sebenarnya when it comes to posting. So macam segan juga nak tanya kawan-kawan ni macam takkanlah macam you know you just because you're my friend you would want to do it for free sebab it's still our bread and butter, betul tak? So
it's still a business for celebrities lah.
Yeah, exactly. So macam I try not to, but what I do is I give gifts. So terpulang kepada diorang kalau diorang nak post atau tidak. But I won't like call and say, babe, did you do your posting yet? No. Sebab benda ni macam courtesy lah, sendiri mau ingat lah as a friend. But when I give you a gift, sebab I don't pressure my friends to post for me lah. So,
For what?
Okay, macam I juga kita I bagi dekat umur selebriti lah. Tapi I tak cakap untuk posting kat social media. Kita bagi sebab kita friend, kawan. Kalau buat produk I bagi you makan lah.
Tapi ada plan nak macam buat Wak Doyok X Dinas Mokhtar, you know, all the Dinas flavors.
Itu rahsia. Itu conversation semalam.
Kalau Dinas kat restoran, mungkin I punya sushinya ada buka kios kat tempat dia. Kita sewa kecil je.
Bukan mungkin, pasti.
Look forward.
Kekuatan kita untuk promote dia punya tempat ada. Dinas boleh promote I punya tempat, sushi ada.
Dia macam ni je lah. Orang kata you scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Yes. Okay, next question from Zato Sofwa. Ni pun untuk both Wak Doyok dengan Dinas. Some say bad marketing is still a type of marketing. It's still PR, kan? Have you ever had any experience of turning the tables around in your business?
For me, okay lah, betul lah. I mean, no such thing as like
bad PR.
Yeah. Tapi depending also on how bad it is lah. You know, I wouldn't want myself and also my whole organisation to look macam a bit dumb lah kan, anak lah, you know. So I would still go to the traditional way lah. I think I'm quite traditional that way. So I won't do marketing yang viral yang macam meripik merapu sangat lah. For me, because
keep
it's
it
just
safe
not,
lah.
Yeah, keep it safe because I don't think my parents would also agree. And because it's a family punya business kan, you tak boleh nak buat suka hati. So
lagipun you target mothers kan, so
exactly. So I guess I'm very safe that way. So tak adventurous sangat lah when it comes to things like that.
What?
Macam I memang banyak kena viral lah. Tapi viral tu untuk I punya diri seorang je. I tak sebarkan I punya produk.
Affect tak your product sales ke?
Tak. Kita tak effect kita punya produk apa-apa semua. Makin jualan makin mendadak lagi ada. Cuma kita tak tahan sebab tomahan orang kepada kita tu kita memang tak boleh accept lah kan. Tapi kita syukur apa yang ada. Kita memaafkan apa yang diorang buat. Sebab kalau tanpa diorang tak berbual kita dah senyap tu. Kita tak mau senyap terus, nanti kita padam.
Betul.
Dia orang berkata-kata dan bercakap-cakap, itu paling penting. Maknanya orang masih ingat pada kita.
Yes, that is true. Okay.
Tahun depan, I punya filem ada 3-4 filem keluar.
Wow.
Macam tu. Sebab I tengah tunggu sebab tahun ni memang tak boleh keluar filem. Sebab wayang pun tak buka. Tahun depan kalau dah settle semua COVID semua, memang dia branding akan naik balik.
InsyaAllah.
Tapi waktu yang sekarang kita tak buat apa-apa ni, masih orang bercakap-cakap tu penting.
Betul.
Injection untuk kita punya diri kita untuk produk kita boleh grow up lagi.
Okay. So Yeah, sorry.
Also for your career jugalah
Betul,
kiranya
betul.
kan.
Consistency lah, consistency in the market, right?
Yep.
Okay, we have one good question here pasal haluan kiri yang Wak Doyok mentioned just now. This is from Ewa Salwa from Facebook. Wak ada sebut tentang haluan kiri atau out of the box products.
Yeah.
Bagaimana nak tahu idea kita tu akan berjaya dan boleh tak share tips macam mana nak promote dan yakinkan dekat consumers untuk cuba produk tu?
Okay, sebenarnya dia simple je untuk siapa yang bertanya tadi tu.
Ewa.
Ewa tu, haluan kiri bermaksud produk kita create sendiri. Kemudian kita bagi kepada kita dah allocate berapa yang kita nak bagi kepada kawan-kawan kita yang ada followers. Contohnya kalau kawan kita ada Insta famous. Kita bukan cerita pasal selebriti dah ada 2 juta lebih, 1 juta lebih, tak payah. Insta famous bermaksud yang bawah 50,000 dah okey. Kita allocate berapa orang kita nak bagi kat orang untuk review kita punya produk. Macam itu. Sebab itu produk kita yang pertama dan produk kita tak ada di mana-mana, orang pun tak pernah buat kita punya produk. Jadi platform yang pertama kita kena bagi kepada Insta famous yang below 50,000.
Jadi your mouthpiece lah,
ya,
untuk cakap.
Untuk cakap dan try kita punya produk. Dan kemudian bila di antara 50,000 tu ada yang 100,000, 200,000 yang follow dia.
Okay. So your strategy memang influencer lah, guna influencer untuk
I banyak
try.
belajar daripada berhijrah banyak ke Indonesia kan, sebab I dah 10 tahun kat sana, bisnes kat sana. Jadi contoh ya, macam satu partner I di Indonesia, dia buat cookies.
Okay.
Dia buat cookies. Setiap Starbucks tu dia akan bagi cookies dia tu.
Oh.
Dekat Starbucks, dia collaborate dengan Starbucks. Okay.
Dia bagi orang yang minum kopi tu, dia bagi cookies tu kat orang kat kopi, bagi free je.
Okay.
Kemudian
untuk try lah.
Try lah. Bila customer terbalik dan datang lagi, ada tak cookies macam ni? Jadi Starbucks tu dia kekaruan, macam mana nak dapat cookies macam ni? So dia akan dapat orang yang beri free tu.
Okay.
Jadi sekarang ni satu Indonesia dia akan dah ambil cookies daripada dia. Sekali dia buat kilang besar dah.
Wow.
Itu marketing dia. Macam tu kita buat platform macam tu.
Okay.
Jangan kita buat tu marketing kita tak nak buat. Maknanya kita nak spend 25% untuk kita punya produk, untuk marketing kita tak nak buat. Tak boleh. Produk kita akan tepuk, akan mati di situ aja. Maknanya kita akan bagi free tu kat orang dulu.
Okay.
Orang merasa.
Okay, one last question before we go for our live one-to-one session nanti. So for those yang nak tanya soalan tapi soalan tak terpilih, you can wait for the Zoom link that will share. The Zoom link that will share. Nanti boleh tanya soalan lagi straightforward lah dekat Dinas dengan Wak. Tapi I'll take one last question from Hazika Ahmad from Instagram for both Dinas dengan Wak Doyok. Wak dan Dinas, macam mana nak maintain business at this time of pandemic? So what are your tips and tricks or advices orang-orang yang in the business ni? Macam mana nak maintain business orang?
Well, to me, because kalau business you adalah baju, you have to always find ways how to keep on promoting your product. So maknanya macam always create videos or nice pictures and biar your products is seen on social media supaya and then boostkan your business punya videos and all that supaya orang sentiasa nampak. Sebab kadang-kadang orang tak ada niat pun nak beli, tapi bila nampak macam cantik pula and it's on sale ke apa benda. So kita orang memang banyak buat sale lah sekarang ni, promotions, because you know I understand because times are bad. You know, so no point of selling it too mahal juga. So profit kita orang memang sikit gila. But at the same time, at least the stocks is moving and I get to help people to breastfeed anak dorang even though they're at home. You know,
that's true. So
they want to be comfortable.
Yeah. So from your advice would be marketing, market, and clear your stock. If you need to do sale, then go ahead and clear your stock. That's very good. What about you? What?
Sama juga macam Dinas juga, memang kita non-stop kita kena promosikan kita punya produk itu di dalam sosial media kita, jangan berhenti. Supaya
tapi kalau orang tu ada financial problem macam mana? Kalau dia impacted financially, macam mana dia nak?
Dia kalau impact financial dia tu sebab pada mula dia orang tak spend keuntungan tu. Keuntungan tu dia tak spend. Maknanya dia dapat keuntungan itu dia banyakkan beli dia punya stok dia tu. Itu yang kebanyakan loss kat situ. So loss kat situ, macam saya sendiri kalau kita buat produk, keuntungan tu berapa persen kita akan simpan untuk kita punya rolling. Kita macam saya 2 tahun baru dapat merasa saya punya keuntungan. Sebab apa?
2 tahun.
2 tahun. Dalam masa 2 tahun tu saya marketingkan saya punya produk dulu.
Okay.
Tapi dalam waktu pandemik ni, COVID ni, kita punya marketing ni untuk tahun depan kita dah bulat kita memang dah habis pakai untuk meyakinkan orang produk kita. Tapi bulat saya dah memang dah habis lah untuk tahun depan. Dah pakai untuk tahun ni saja.
Apa tahun depan kan movies.
Bulat yang baru. Kita akan spend bulat yang baru, tapi bulat yang sekarang ni memang dah habis untuk next year punya. So apa yang kita buat, kita maintainkan kita punya momentum kita untuk still lagi promosi kita punya produk dan senampak dekat dalam kita punya IG story ke IG feed kita ke Facebook kita sentiasa ada di mana-mana. Itu yang paling penting.
So market.
Untuk orang yang beli tu soal nombor 2. Dalam market kita masih hidup lagi kita punya brand.
Okay, alright. Okay, very good answers. I hope that both Dinas dengan Wak help to answer Kina Zainal, Amir, Zato Sofwa, Ewa Salwa. Wow, nama semua lebih kurang. Sisila Star dengan Hazika Ahmad. So congratulations, you all will walk away with either Dinas Nursing Attire vouchers or Wak Doyok's beard cream. For those who wants to join the exclusive Q&A session right after this, click on the Zoom link in the comment box below and then you will have a exclusive session untuk tanya any business question for Dinas dengan Wak. So before we wrap it up, Wak dengan Dinas, any last advice for the business people out there, whether they are celebrities yang baru nak berkecimpung ke ataupun orang-orang yang memang dah lama in the business trying to survive day to day. A summarized advice.
Okay, for me senang je. Do not be afraid to try. Sebab tadi ada soalan kan macam mana nak tahu sama ada produk tu produk yang bagus ataupun tidak. Kalau kita tak cuba kita takkan tahu. So don't be afraid because you can always try in a small amount. Jangan tiba-tiba macam ganggu tiba-tiba nak order produk tu banyak-banyak. So if you have a product yang bagus, you just try small amount first and try it and do your best in promoting it, and then kalau jadi baru expand. Buat macam buat Doyok buat juga.
Betul. Yang penting kita ada misalnya satu produk killer.
Yes.
Produk killer tu yang boleh menampung semua produk-produk kita yang kecil.
Yes.
So dia boleh menampung. So kita kena maintainkan kita punya produk killer tu, marketingkan dia, jaga elok-elok produk kita tu. Kalau ada lebih baru kita buat produk yang kedua untuk support produk-produk yang lain. Pentinglah bagi saya.
Betul. That's so true. So for everyone out there, know exactly what is the product that you're selling. Have one unique product that is who you are. Macam Wak Doyok, kita dah tahu jambang tu memang dia. And Dinas, walaupun dia dah expand to so many other businesses, but she is known as the nursing attire brand because that's who she is. And I think also for businesses out there, it is important for you to solve a problem. So Dina solved a nursing punya problem. Orang nak baju, orang nak macam mana I nak menyusu. What do you solve the I want to eat sushi but tekak Melayu lah. Macam mana ni nak makan yang lain-lain ni, tak erti nak makan yang tak masak lah apa, and he solved it even in terms of pricing, in terms of distribution. And I like that, we should help each other lah dengan all the other SMEs. Both of you opening up opportunities for other SMEs to also grow, and I applaud both of you for that. So for the rest of you businesses out there, don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to try something new. If you are if you are running a small business, you can enlist your business for free at Chari@Unify. So just go to chari.unify.com.my. You can enlist your business for free kat situ. So orang boleh find out, rupanya ada Wak Doyok sushi agent dekat sini, dekat sana. So enlist it for free there. If you are not yet on Unify connectivity, you're missing out, guys. So sign up quickly. We have Unify Business Broadband. We have Unify Mobile Biz. We even have Unify Mobile Air. So head on to unify.com.my/business, sign up now, and you will be part of this amazing business club. So we will end here. Our next webinar is Reboot on upskilling and reskilling on 12 November. So stay tuned dekat Facebook UBC to find out more. Meantime, stay safe, everybody. Stay at home. Let's find a way how to stabilize this whole pandemic. We do our part. Wash your hands. Wear your mask when you go out. That's it. Take care, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.